Am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. And basically the biggest news over the weekend was Shedeur Sanders not being drafted in the NFL draft. Now he ended up getting drafted to the Cleveland Browns at the 144th pick. Now people were up in arms saying he should have never fell that low. Why did he fall that low? It's a lot of conspiracy theories happening. They say even the prank call was probably used in a way to just fuck with him from the NFL to make him feel bad. We'll get into that. We'll get into that prank call in a minute. But regardless of it, we have Charleston White addressing and commenting on the fact of the matter, and he believes that Shedeur Sanders shouldn't have gotten drafted. He believed they should have put that little black boy in his place. Let's listen.
You don't think Deion's son gonna go?
He ain't win. The white folks ain't got him yet. They gotta teach him
Um,
this.
Man, but it's drawing eyeballs to the draft though.
A white man run the draft. Niggas don't. White man know what he want on his team. Niggas don't know what the white man want on his team. Niggas think just 'cause he a good quarter, they don't know what the white man looking for. They looking at the niggas' gifts and talents. The white man is saying he ain't hungry enough to come run our team. He already got the Rolls Royces. He already got the fame. He already got the money. And then his daddy gonna be a problem. Man, white man don't want that. White man wants your mama. He don't want your daddy.
But look, they want the money. His daddy gonna bring that
Man,
bread.
listen, we make money with or without this boy. One
True enough.
motherfucker, one player don't decide if we make money. We make money without this boy. We don't need this boy to make no money.
Nah, that ain't what I'm necessarily saying. But shoot, his daddy gonna bring for the NFL teams that don't have a crowd. His
Listen,
daddy and his boy gonna bring the crowd.
every NFL team got a crowd. You ain't never watched the NFL football and they not sell no tickets. They don't sell hot dogs and popcorn and soda, even if they got a losing team.
True. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this ain't about that they need him. Y'all want him in the NFL. The NFL gonna be the NFL without Shooter Sanders and Deion with his boys. And we still go sell tickets and jerseys without a jersey that says Sanders. He ain't
I don't know.
that good. Y'all think he that good.
With the right team, he good.
He ain't
He
good.
would have to have a line.
That's what you saying, but you don't own a team. The people who own a team said his daddy gonna be a problem.
Nah, I don't think. If anything, his daddy gonna bring that bread. You seen what he did to Colorado?
You a poor man thinking from a poor person's perspective. This is why I try not to have these type of conversations. The old man told me the niggas sitting back debating football and basketball got a dumb mind. Me and this nigga finna go back and forth for the next 10 minutes. Nigga, my mind ain't that dumb. Let me abort. I abort. Really, my mind ain't that dumb. I don't want to keep going back and forth with no nigga over no another nigga about what no white man want to do with niggas. Man, my motherfucking mind ain't that stupid. Nigga, talk football, talk. Yeah, man. I'm thinking like an owner, and this nigga got me thinking like a poor fan, a peasant mind, nigga. Man, this nigga got me thinking stupid. Man, let me get out of this. This why you talking to nigga. Man, what you think about it? I wasn't even thinking about it till you said something, son. Now I'm thinking like a dumb nigga that ain't got shit else better to do. And it's sad. Nigga, I ain't even watch football. Got my mind running. But man, you finna be dumb today. Thinking like about a motherfucking shooter.
In my opinion, Charleston White is nothing but a coon gone wild. You ever watch Girls Gone Wild? He's a coon. This is when coons go wild. This is when coons and house slaves think that they're the owners of NFL teams. Because any owner thinking that having Shedeur Sanders on their team would be a bad idea sounds like a fucking idiot. Not only do you get his clout, but you get the potential of having a really good quarterback if he really puts in the work and really trains hard to be a great quarterback. Like, it's a lot of potential there. So anybody would have been lucky to have him on the bench, but this was definitely, I guess, the NFL saying no one's bigger than our program, especially you, Shedeur Sanders, and especially you, Deion Sanders. This is not the LeBron James effect over here. No. Just because your son has your last name does not mean we're going to give him top tier treatment like they did Bronny. Which, I wouldn't even say Bronny got top tier. Didn't Bronny go in the second round? He still got drafted, but he got drafted late too. So, and we weren't all over here on pins and needles going, oh man, I hope they draft Bronny. Like, we knew he was going to get drafted to the Lakers at some point. We just didn't know when. We were just waiting on that. So regardless of it, even with Shedeur Sanders, now there is a few conspiracy theories out there. Like I said, there's conspiracy theory of the NFL was trying to stick it to Deion Sanders and his son, saying that just because y'all are football family royalty does not mean we're just going to give you an easy pass into the NFL. Cool, whatever. Now, and there's other people saying that the NFL coordinated this whole thing just to keep people watching the NFL draft, which that's sick to mess with a nigga just to keep people watching. But in a sense, it worked because this started to go viral. This started to trend. Him not being picked up started to be the big, like, it started to overshadow all the Shannon Sharp shit that was happening for some reason. Shedeur Sanders not being drafted. It was crazy. It was wild. So, yeah, Charleston. At the end of the day, you gotta, you know, I would tell him to stop being a house slave and stop thinking like a house slave and stop acting like a house slave. But unfortunately, this coon is going wild, and he's far off the fucking deep end. He's so far off the deep end, he thinks he's a billionaire NFL owner. Cause clearly, whatever the thought process Charleston White was having wasn't the actual thought process, because somebody ended up drafting him. At some point he got picked up. So at some point, one of these NFL owners said, hey, you know what? Maybe it is a good idea to draft this kid. Just saying. But, you know, like I said, Charleston White, he just plays into the rage bait of it all. That's why I really don't, you know, take anything he really says seriously or really be too offended by it, because this is rage bait. That's all it is. He's just a master of it. He is a connoisseur of rage bait. And look, hey, get the people going. Look, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. But either way, let's get into this other thing that was going on with this Shedeur Sanders thing. It was a prank call situation that happened. And you won't believe the person who leaked the number. So come to find out, Atlanta Falcons defense coordinator Jeff Ulbrich's son, Jax, sends the apologies to Shedeur Sanders on Instagram. He's the one who prank called him after getting Shedeur's number from his dad. And then this was the whole fucking statement from this kid. Friday night, I made a tremendous mistake. Shedeur, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake and messed with that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me, at Shedeur Sanders. And then the Falcons put out a statement earlier in the week. Jax Ulbrich, the 21-year son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, unintentionally came across the draft contact phone number for Shedeur Sanders off an open iPad while visiting his parents' home and wrote the number down to later conduct a prank call. Jeff Ulbrich was unaware of the data exposure or any facets of the prank and was made aware of the above only after the fact. The Atlanta Falcons do not condone this behavior and send our sincere apologies to Shedeur Sanders and his family, who we have been in contact with to apologize to, as well as facilitate an apology directly from Jax to the Sanders family. We have also been in contact with the NFL. I will continue to cooperate fully with any inquiries we may receive from the NFL League office. We are thoroughly reviewing all protocols and updating if necessary to help prevent an incident like this from happening again. This is Jax Ulbrich. That's the kid, and this is the prank phone call.
Hey, is this Shedeur? This is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good. Been waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
It's must be legendary.
But you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
What does that mean?
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it mean and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
You said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Sorry about that.
Why did he talk?
What the fuck?
Hey, that's fun.
Yeah. So that's that. Honestly, if the NFL was really messing with this kid just to humble him, then that's not right at all. Like, it's just not right at all. At the end of the day, he should have got drafted because it just made sense. All these excuses people made as to why he didn't get drafted, why they shouldn't have picked him, didn't make sense. So he could have fell at some point to some team. Like, I get probably in the interviews he was going, hey, I don't want to play backup. No, I want to start. I want this, I want that, and the third. I want the glitz and glamour of being the star quarterback of the new NFL team. And they just wasn't willing to give him that. So maybe as conversations went on, it went, okay, well, look, we'll be willing to play backup if that's what we have to do. Now he's at the Browns, and I think they got isn't Deshaun Watson there? So he's definitely going to have to play for a spot. But regardless of it, if the NFL truly felt that he was not talented enough to be drafted in the first, second, or third round, then so be it. But if they were really coordinating this to not only mess with him because they wanted to humble him, but also to keep us watching because it was drawing in viewers every night, I mean, yeah, that's some sick-ass shit. Welcome to the world of sports, entertainment. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I am Savvy Mike in this, as I am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.